Welcome back, my diamond girls, guys and gays. Welcome to this very special episode of the RHON Roundup. Oh my god, why is it special? One, it is my birthday. Okay, cheers. And two, as you can see, we have a new sponsor here in the building, loving the Plus Hunger Princess vibes and just bringing a good time. This is what this show needed. A little wine while we dine on this good, juicy stories of the RHON Roundup. Guys, welcome Mikado Wines. You will find Mikado Wines in red and white. I would describe it as a delicious dessert wine that, you know, just brings out the sweetness, and it's so apt because my name's Chana wa Mumias, and you know what they say about us, tukona sukari. Okay, it's sweet, it's delicious, it's wonderful to have when you're just hanging out with the girls and doing your thing. A beautiful Ukrainian wine that you can find here in Kenya. Please go out, purchase it, because they are supporting us and making us have a good time. Let's get into the RHON Roundup. Episode 9, what the hell was that? So we start off with Vera and Minne, who meet up for a kiddie play date at Under the Sea. Anybody who's been to Village Market, you know what's up. It was cute vibes all the way, but Minne took the time to call out Vera on how disrespectful it was for guests to have shown up at her house at 3 p.m. and for her to show up at when the party started at 10. Yeah, that wasn't cute at all. Then she also took the time to call her out on the whole pill popping comment that she gave Sonal, because damn, that was still really below the belt. Although I'm like, why are we still talking about this? I guess it wasn't resolved yet, but why are we still talking about this? Sonal moved on, so did we. The other thing Minne did say is that she feels like Sonal wants people to fight battles for her. Like she wants people to take sides. And Minne was like, you will stand on your own till titties, girl, because she is not taking sides, because she never asked anyone to do the same when her and Susan were going at it. I agree. Then we move on to Sonal and Susan, who went for a 24-karat gold high tea at the Kempinski. Okay. Then Susan happened to say that after their whole thing that they'll be pooping gold. I want to categorically be clear. If you eat gold, your shit will still smell like shit. Please, let's not do that. So during this very fabulous 5,500 per cup high tea that was happening, they rehashed the whole Vera argument again as well, and I think it's pretty clear Vera went overboard and she definitely owes Sonal an apology. So I mean, that was that. I just wanted to let you guys know about this tea because it says Kempinski Gold Cappuccino will set you back 5,500 per cup. The cappuccino contains 24-karat edible gold, edible rose petals from Italy, and foam milk. Excuse me, there are no flowers up in jacaranda flowers just out there. And it is also made from fresh brew Kenyan coffee, meaning it contains local ingredients except for the gold flakes and the edible flowers. I mean, wow, don't do us. Then we meet up with Dr. C and Lisa, who go on a golfing date. Dr. C knows nothing about golfing, by the way, and she's just like, girl, I know, part of the clubs, part of the everything, sponsored golf tournaments, but I don't give a damn. Anyway, Lisa taught her a few swings here and there. Dr. C, been there, done that. She learned a few swings, but I still can tell she doesn't care enough. She just likes hanging out with Lisa a little bit. In the process, they talked about the aesthetics procedure, the Botox she got, and well, she didn't mention the vaginal rejuvenation, but hey, it was good to see that it was not all one-sided about talking about aesthetics procedures, because plastic surgery and like aesthetic procedures are can be dangerous. So do your research, make sure it really is for you, and trust me, girl, you can go and do all the aesthetic procedures you want. You can do all of them from tip to tail, from the hair up until your toes. But if you're not happy with yourself inside, honey, it will never make you happy. So make sure you're happy with yourself first. Then you can go and dip it and do it at the doctor's office. Then we move on to Minne, who invited all the girls to the Njuguna Family's Foundation. They take care of children's home, which I love to see. I myself personally am very passionate about doing charitable work with my organization Positive Circle. So it's always good to give back to society, because even in your small privilege, you can make some impact in the world. You don't have to change the entire world, but you can make a small impact. It was lovely to see that all the girls combined together to come and support Minne in this venture. Even Lisa, who couldn't make it, still made sure she did a bit of shopping to take to the home. The only other person who also didn't come was Vera, but Vera, it's understandable. She's pregnant. Girl, being pregnant is hard. Okay, I'm even surprised that she's being this active with the show, so it's all good. The only thing I want to complain about is Susan's outfit. Susan did a very wonderful thing. She adopted 2 children, which Minne said costs about 15,000. So if you want to be part of that, I guess you can reach out to her and see if you can also sponsor a child patam for 15 G's. Susan took up 2, but everybody was dressed down and Susan was dressed in opulence. I get it. You have to slay wherever you go, but sometimes read the room. It's like walking in drenched in gold when people are starving. You know what I mean? Like, the outfit was cute, but it was too much, honey. And she also, there's a session where they separated the boys and the girls to talk about like period poverty and like hygiene and like just going through adolescence and stuff like that. And Susan happened to tell the girls that in order to keep themselves clean, they should at least try and shower twice a day. Now, your privilege is showing, Susan, because not everybody has the luxury of having running water and constantly being able to shower. I think what is actually more important is when you do get the time to self-hygiene yourself, make sure you are thorough and as clean as possible. Make sure you keep your things in check. Make sure kila kitu yako imejieka vizuri. You know what I mean? Like, water is not free for everybody. You know what I mean? Okay, sanitation is a real problem in this country. Let's not act like water is everywhere. Hata watu wenye wanaishi South Sea wanaweza tuambia. Sonal had a really relatable story. She told them how she grew up and how the first time she wore a pad was when she was 21. Period poverty is a real problem in this country. It keeps girls away from school, away from associating with other people, away from work. People put so much shame on it. We recently had a little bit of drama in Parliament when one of our former St. George's alumni, I know about the whole shaming teachers and whatever trend, but personally I'm really proud of a lot of the girls I went to school with because they're doing so well. And Gloria Muheshimiwa Gloria Oroba, thank you so much for championing for us what it means to be a girl and what it means to put period poverty and shame in the back burner, because we don't give a damn. If you're dripping, you're dripping. You'll be fine. I'll give you guys a nice story time one day. The airport, girl, I was dripping, girl. It was a lovely venture by the Njuguna family, Minne's husband and herself and her mom, as well as all the girls who were there to support them. We love to see it. We love to see people giving back, and that is cheers to you. Then we move on to, again, Sonal and Susan hanging out. I feel like there's something brewing with that friendship. Anyway, Susan showed up for breakfast with Sonal, who had it all laid out. Her house is quite cute. Girl, good for you, Sonal. And then she started talking about like mental health while they were there seated on the couch with their dog. But this is what made me cackle so much about that stuff, yeah? So Sonal is playing like a mental health podcast or something like that. And suddenly the dog starts heaving like and it was just like wild. But the wilder part was that Sonal was like, my dog is feeling anxiety, it can sense how I'm feeling, and it's my emotional support dog. And I was just like, dogs do that when they're trying to throw up. You know what? I've only been a one-time dog owner, former dog phobia person, so maybe I don't know. But the dog I had, rest in peace, my king. That's the shit he used to do when he was trying to get something out of his throat after he had swallowed something he shouldn't have. I don't know that he was feeling my anxiety at the time. After that, Sonal wanted to share some part of her spirituality. She called him Baba. Baba. To Baba. Baba. She kept saying something Baba. I can't remember exactly what she said. But anyway, they went and said a little prayer. It was very cute. Susan was like only praying for Sonal, which was also very cute. But I was just like, as in, they kept overstressing, like they keep, I feel like they keep jinxing their love, which is, I mean, what's gonna happen with them? I'm like, low-key, I'm hoping that it'll become something super scandalous and this will be the season finale and it'll turn out that Susan was actually sleeping with Sonal's ex-husband and this is why she's been insisting that Sonal should date in order to move on before she finds out that Susan has been sleeping with Sonal's ex. Unlikely to happen though, but wouldn't it be great if it did? For us, not for them, for sure. But that would be wonderful. Guys, this is what I mean. Call me on as a producer. You guys don't know how to panga this thing because he made bulky burger. And then finally, we move on to the final event of the episode, as always, which was Minne's redemption arc, because she's not really thrown the best events so far, especially because her last event, Haikwana Chakula. And you know how I feel about that, okay? So Minne went and made sure that Vera had been picked up on time for them to go to the Nairobi National Park, which was surprisingly Vera's first time. You know, people, we live in such a beautiful city. Sometimes we focus so much on what other countries have that we don't, when we really should be appreciating exactly what we got, because nobody has a national park in the middle of their own city. So if you have time, see expensive, come and see foreigner. Go check it out. You don't have to go for the game drive itself. You can just go and walk around the nature trail and see a few animals like the girls did. Or if you have the time, go very early in the morning for the game drive, because that's when the animals are out and looking for water and stuff before the sun gets too hot. Enjoy Nairobi City in all its glory, darling. But before the girls began their excursion, Sonal and Vera had a come to Jesus moment where Vera apologized to Sonal for going overboard, and she did say she loves Sonal, although I'm like, you hated her just a second ago. Okay, girl. But this is what surprised me. The apology devolved into tears. There's like certain episodes we are missing, or like there's a point where production goes into a break and we don't see when they're having their texts and blah blah blah, because 2 tears, and it was Vera who was crying, not Sonal. That didn't strike anybody as strange. It was strange to me. When they were on the nature trail, the girls were making fun of both Susan and Dr. C, who seem not to be the people who understand Kiswahili. Now, I understand this hit me a little home. Iliniuma kidogo. Because apparently, the soldier at my gate where I live, she's terrified of having a conversation with me because atinongea kizungu mob. Sikupenda kwangu. My mom is an English teacher, my dad is a university professor, so this is how we always communicated. Plus, I'm fine kutetemeka. This is what I like to call the DSTV accent. If you feel like there's an accent, because me, I don't think so. But if you feel like there's an accent, a little bit, ni accent ya DSTV. Sijahama huku, nimekuwa tu huku. I'm just but a nice, very nice loyal girl from Mumias, just living life and being royal and being kijal. So mstetemeke. Anyway, kwa hayo machache ndajaribu kuongea kwenye Kiswahili sanifu, yani niwaonyeshe kwamba pia mimi naweza jitamka kwenye Kiswahili kwa lugha yetu ya kimataifa. Najielewa, ni venye Kiswahili sanifu si my strong suit. Then the girls ended up in the middle of nowhere for a little cute brunch that Minne had set up for them. It was very adorable. It was all the girls, including, I think, Minne's stylist and one other guy. I'm curious to know who they are because they didn't give them any airtime at all. But hey, maybe they're the key to making the finale a thing. Then Minne suggested a game where each one of them imitates the other. Everybody did a good job, Minne especially because she's the most talented and the actress. But Lisa did an awful job of Vera. Mbaka Vera was like, no. Minne do Vera. Minne do Vera. Because I didn't see Vera there. Shady. Okay? Shady as hell. But anyway, it was a fun time for all. Nothing crazy happened at that brunch. Like it was just because the only exciting thing, well, kind of exciting thing is that Susan invited the girls to her 40th birthday that's going to happen in Malindi in the next episode. Ooh, exciting. Can't wait to see that. And it's going to be in Malindi in Billionaires Beach. Ooh, yes. Maybe we should go to Malindi and shoot an episode there. Even us, we deserve a trip. Excuse us. And that was Minne's redemption arc for the brunch. Nothing happened. As in, I'm really wondering. As in Lilingia, I entered this season with so much oomph and excitement. Then all of a sudden, we're just watching chicks live a fabulous life. Like, I mean, that's great and all, but the drama is what makes us feel like, okay, it's not just us. It's not just us. We are not just poor and miserable. They are rich and miserable with us too. Because they have stupid drama too. You know what I'm saying? Producers, do you need my help? I'm available to throw around ideas. Because even if it's a little fake, at least it's entertaining. At least it should be entertaining. The last 3 episodes have been kind of meh. Anyway, on that note, it doesn't matter whether the episode was meh. This episode was great, darling. And thank you so much for joining us. Wish me a happy birthday down in the comments. And if you really want to give me a happy birthday, subscribe, click on the notification buttons, comment, share, like, call all your friends. Let's toast it up. And I'd like to thank our new sponsors, Mikado Wines. Ugh, so delicious. It has kept me buzzing. In fact, I feel like this is really the sponsorship I needed. You know what I mean? Like, I love all our sponsors, of course, who come on board, but this one is definitely my favorite yet. Thank you so much for being with us. So join us again next week when we do it all again, and I will see you next time.